We are rolling.
Rolling, okay. Hi there, so it's Ilana. I'm just coming out of the Institute of Mental Physics where Desert Daze had its 3-day music festival. So I talked a little bit about my experience on Friday. The last couple days were just as awesome too. Saturday started early. We caught Bodegas over at the block tent, or the block stage. They were a lot of fun to watch. They had a little bit of punk going on, ska or reggae, kind of like a funky, yeah, I don't know. But they were a lot of fun to watch and had a lot of energy. I didn't know many of the other bands that were playing that early afternoon, but I did catch some of Glazerr, and that was just kind of a big spectacle of sound and sight. The lead singer was wearing kind of what looked like a bondage pair of underwear with like spikes on it, no zero butt coverage, which he enjoyed showing to the crowd a lot. They had a couple dancers too, you know, wizards dressed in glitter and whatnot. Their music was interesting. It was very high energy, mostly metal, but yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch. And then caught a little bit of the Matson 2, which were just a duo. This guy was playing like a double neck guitar, and that was just instrumental. So a lot of people were just listening to that. And next I saw LA Witch, and they're, you know, from LA, obviously. I did enjoy their performance. Like, it was good. It was psych rock. One of my favorites of the day actually was Cherry Glazerr. I'd seen her before at the Echoplex. She had played this festival called Dirty Penny Fest. She was like the headliner there. She just did a killer job. I mean, she's such a small, like petite, like model looking young woman, but she like is not afraid to just rock out on the guitar. To scream, to really feel the music and stuff. She was moving around a lot. Crowd was super into it. I was like looking around and people were like smiling, head banging along. Yeah, she's got a very interesting, very unique sound and style. Like it is one of those bands that's like kind of a mixture with a lot of like synth heavy stuff. Some of her songs are like more punk rock. She was like, oh, I wrote this song when I was angry, and then it started a mosh pit. And then other songs are more just a little bit dreamy and kind of daisy. So she was a lot of fun to watch. I think she was definitely one of my favorites of the day. After her, I caught Vinyl Williams over at the block stage. That was a really awesome show too. I mean, to me, his music is just really evolving and it's getting a lot more interesting. It's still like heavily psych rock, but I just felt like it had more of a focus to it also, especially his newer album. He brought out some dancers also. I couldn't really tell what their costumes were supposed to be, but they were dressed in all white with like fringe caps. It didn't seem like it was very overly choreographed. Oh, just dance and do your thing to the music. During their last song, a couple other dancers joined them wearing like black and some silver like alien looking cages on their heads. They look kind of like jellyfish, alien jellyfish. But that was a lot of fun to watch, like that he was able to bring out some like whimsical elements. All of the musicians in that band are super talented. The guitarist in that band is actually also in JJUUJJUU, which has a similar sound. Well, after Vinyl Williams, I saw the OCs, which was, I would say, the most high energy audience reaction, most high energy sounds I'd heard. The OCs have like a pretty cult following. Lead singer John Dwyer, he's just like known for going crazy up there, doing crazy stuff and saying weird things. So they were a lot of fun to watch. Basically the whole front section of the moon stage was moving. There was like a huge pit. Also, the way they do their setup is a little different. They have the singer, 2 full-on drum sets, and then their bass player. And the drum players, they aren't doing anything different from each other. They're playing the same beats. So they really have to like be in line with each other, which they were, but it creates just a really loud sound of full of fury, you know. And then after that, I did catch JJUUJJUU, and JJUUJJUU is actually the band of the festival organizer, Phil Perrone, and he also actually hooked me up with this VIP pass that came with this nice shirt, Desert Daze. So thank you, Phil. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I really enjoyed this band also. Like I mentioned, it is kind of in line with the whole Vinyl Williams kind of sound, very psychedelic rock, just a little bit more like dreamy, daisy, and just drawn out. At times it just seems like they're just jamming, you know. So they were fun to watch also. After that, I did catch a little bit of the Black Angels. To people who enjoy like straightforward rock music, I'm sure it's, you know, they find it really interesting. I just wasn't that interested in it. And I did talk to some of my fellow campers. Some of them were there just for Black Angels and for Primus. It was interesting to talk to people who were there for different bands, whereas I was mostly there for like Toro y Moi and Washed Out and Beach Fossils, Cherry Glazerr. So I did see a little bit of Black Angels, and then after that caught a little bit of Primus. And at this point the moon stage was just packed with people, like all the way up the hill past the VIP area was just super packed with people. And they had some really interesting visuals going on, and they had 2 giant like blow up astronauts up on stage with them too. And their music is just, you know, straight like funky, just very unique sound. I didn't know them that much before, like I hadn't listened to much of their music. All I knew was that they did the South Park intro. They're interesting to watch. And after that, I wanted to catch Connan Mockasin, which I'm really glad that I did. And I ended the night on Saturday watching that at the Right Tent. And it was very psych rock, all super talented musicians. The drummer, I just could not stop watching the drummer. There were so many like unique rhythms going on. It was just so powerful and so loud. And at the end of their set, they played that song Forever Dolphin Love, which the name sounds totally hippie, but it's a really good song, and it's got like really great like unique vocals in it. It was just a beautiful way to end the night. It was just so peaceful and just like swaying like this to it. That was the last thing I caught on Saturday. After that, yeah, I just went back to the tent and yeah, did a bit of camping. There's a dog over there. I was like,